Hello friends, we are going to be creating brush presets and use them for Snooth effects in Adobe Photoshop, and it's going to be coming with different patterns and designs. This is image we're going to be using. So let's go to the patterns. These are the ones that are available now. So I'm going to put all this together. So let's take this for now and drop this into Photoshop. Let's go to the marquee tool, rectangular marquee tool here. Take this rectangular marquee tool. I'm going to drag within this box here and make sure we secure the pattern here. Don't allow the design to get to the edges because it's going to create lines on the edge. Let's go to edit and go to define brush presets. I'm just going to give it a name. Let's call this fire flame design. We just have to hit OK and that is it. So this is it. So as you can see, the pattern is out as a brush set. Check here. You notice that we have it selected here. Isn't that amazing already? It's already in your brush preset. If you go there and browse for it, you will see it. As long as you know the name, just search for the name, you're going to see it come out. So we have to try this on any of these images. Let's start with this. This one is on a white background. Let's take this image for instance. So this one is on a white background. So click on this square with plus mark inside and add an empty layer. If you check now, you notice that the image has been removed from the background. Let's disable all this. This image has been removed from background already. So before you do this, do your auto select your image, then right click and do layer via copy. Layer via copy. Then you have it on top and it's going to be on top, directly on top the image. And you can place any background of your choice and you can leave it like that also. Let the image be on top. So let's enable this, guys. Now we have our brush selected and we have this pattern carried along like this, like just the brush, as you can see. So we just have to increase the size of this thing to a particular extent and dab on it. Isn't this amazing already? You can change your opacity and you can also change the blend mode. Let's take the blend mode from normal to overlay. So you can see what overlay gave us. It's like faded, a kind of. We'll be able to use it this way anyway. Then we can still add something with this color of 18. Like it's not always on this color, because if you check here, you notice we have this color selected on our foreground. That is why we have that color. Then if you want it to be white, then you can click on the foreground color and change it to complete white, and you're going to have it on complete white. Let's dab it again on this and you're going to have it on complete white. Let's disable the complete white. Let's remove the complete white. If you take a look, it's looking beautiful already. If there's anything we have to add to make it more attractive and more beautiful and more presenting, click on the foreground box here and choose the color from this cloth. Let's say like this, and you can see it matches the fire pattern. Let's hit OK. Now we have a different color. I'm going to take this yellowish color and place it a little bit above the one we have before. Then something like this should be fine. Isn't that amazing already? So we have it doubled there. So if you take a look at this now, they are using the same blend mode now because we added this on that particular layer. Is so amazing, so beautiful, and it's just like prepared for this clothing. Let's select this and go to filter, then blur down to Gaussian blur. Then we can blur this stuff up to like 16, and depending on the size of your image and the size of your canvas that you are working with, then you can hit OK. So let's see the before and after. We can see the before, and this is the after. This is the before, this is the after. Isn't that amazing already? So let's assume that this background is not white. Then let's place it on this color. Look at what we have. So if we decide not to use this color again because of this background, we can disable this. Let's disable this. Go to this square with plus mark inside and add an empty layer, which we are going to be using for the next one. Here now we're going to click and go to complete white and hit OK. I'm going to click on this to get it on the background like so. With white as a color, it's still looking fine. Go to your blend mode first and change it to overlay. Then after changing it to overlay, since that it has absorb the color of the background, a kind of, then we still have to go to opacity and change it to, reduce the opacity to your liking, At least I want it, if for me I want it very faint, very light, and I think it's fine like this. And then go to filter, then go to blur, down to Gaussian blur. So that 16 range is still okay for this image, the size of the image, and hit OK. So this is what we have. This is the before, this is after. So what if we decide to change the pattern? Let's go for another pattern. So we have something like butterfly here. Let's take this butterfly and drop it. So this is the butterfly. Let's take our marquee tool, rectangular marquee tool, and drag to secure the butterfly. Then go to edit, down to define brush preset. Okay, let's call it butterfly, big fly, then hit OK. Then we have it on the brush already. So we have to go to the image, we have to go to this particular image again. Then we can delete this tool or disable it. Okay, we'll go to the square with plus mark inside and add an empty layer. Then we can increase the size of this butterfly, and we just have to click it on the image like so. Isn't that amazing already? This is for white color, and you can always shift it if you want. You can take your move tool and shift it to wherever you want, and you can still shrink it to, you can warp it to any level you want. Let's leave it like the original here. Then we can go to blend mode and change it to overlay, which absorb the colors. Let's see how it's going to look with soft light. Soft light is soft and this one is hard. Let's use soft light this time because it's going to be, we still need, okay, no, let's take overlay, and we can reduce the opacity. Then after doing all this, you can still go again and choose another color, which is a color from her, like that yellow should be fine, that orangish yellow should be fine. Then you take the brush again and you can reduce the size. A bit, like 2 steps or thereabout, and do something like another one on top. Isn't that amazing? This is so amazing, just like a creative style for this image. So I think is a kind of unique way you can creatively design your background to give it any look you want. Let's go to filter, blur, then Gaussian blur. Then we can take this 16 and it's okay. If you want it to look as if it's connected to the image, you don't need to blur it, so that's going to be as close as, let's use control this, and it's not going to be low in opacity. At least it's going to be, the opacity is going to be kind of strong. If it's looking like this, that means it's kind of looking as if it's attached to the image. That is not what we want here, but this is just a design. Let's disable this and go for another empty layer here. Then we'll go for another design. So this is another design, another pattern. Let's go to our rectangular marquee tool and go to the edge here and drag. Make sure not to touch the stuff. Go to your edit and go to brush preset, define brush preset, and give it a name. I don't really know what to call this. Let's just call it design. So I call it design, then hit OK. We'll have it with us here. Then we'll have to go to this. Look, let's go to this next image and increase the size of this design and increase the size. Go to this square with plus mark inside to add an empty layer. Allow it to be under the cut out image. This time around, we're going to focus on the color of the dress. Then go to the color here and choose from the color of the dress, and we can make it a little bit lighter, and hit OK. Then I'm going to dab it in somewhere like so. And if you take a look, it's looking like the clothes, as you can see. Then you can go with another color again, which is looking like an orange color. Let's go to orange part, and we can see check for within. Yes, I can see we have it here, because you can always get that kind of color you're looking for. Then hit OK. Then we can shift it a little bit and dab. So what do you see here? It's just looking like the color from the woman's clothing. Take this and go to blend mode and change it to overlay. Then again, we can reduce the opacity. And make it so soft and subtle. I think is fine this way. Then you go to filter, then blur, then Gaussian blur. You can blur it up to like 16 or thereabout and hit OK. So we have to see the before and after. Let's see the before and after. This is the before and this is the after. This is the before, this is after. Like if you check here, there are a lot of them that I've done before. Let's create an empty new layer. We'll click on this square with plus mark inside to add an empty layer. Then we'll have the brush activated. Okay, let's make it white like so and just dab. Let's go to our move tool and hold our control and we can warp this to. So the reason why we're warping this thing like this is to look as if the light is coming from the right part of the image. So it has an angle just like the Snooth is projected from this angle. Then we hit OK. Then we'll go to blend mode and change it to overlay. You can see what is going on there. Then we can reduce the opacity to any level of your choice, and you can leave it this way and go to your filter, then blur down to Gaussian blur. You can blur it up to 16 and you don't have problem. Then this is it. Then let's see the before and after. This is the before and this is the after. This is the before and this is after. Isn't that amazing? That is how you'll be able to create your brush presets and make use of them like Snooth effects in Adobe Photoshop. That is it for this video. If you find it interesting, helpful and useful, let us know in the comment section telling us the area it has helped and the area we need to improve on. Like I said earlier, if it's your first time on this channel, please consider subscribing because it's going to help in the algorithm to boost this channel, to keep this channel running. And also click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime a new video is released. Thanks for watching this video. Creative Pool, keep on creating. See you in the next one. Bye for now.